Hello, ABQ moms. My name is Vanessa Bush. I'm the owner of ABQ Mom, and today I am joined by Monica. She is with the Learning Experience, which is a childcare center and a preschool that actually goes year round. I learned, and currently there are two locations for it. There's one in Rio Rancho, and there's a newer one in Paradise Hills, right off of Paseo. So easy to get to. And then I hear that a third location is popping up very soon in the Ladera area, also on the west side. So, Monica, welcome. So glad you're here with us today.
Thank you, Vanessa, for having me. It's great to be here, and I'm so happy to be able to share with you all about the learning experience.
Well, tell us a little bit about the learning experience and maybe what sets it apart from other preschools or childcare.
Sure. Yeah. So, the learning experience brand itself is very unique in the way that we focus our lessons and our teaching. We focus on developing the whole child. So, we focus on development of intellectual, social, and the cognitive development for ages infants through kindergarten. And the great thing about the brand, the learning experience, is that we really use the five main areas of early childhood as our learning process. And we also focus on play and growth within the concept of our proprietary curriculum. So it's really unique because, again, like I said, it's developing the whole child. So it's not just giving them the academic, it's giving them the development in social skills, and then, of course, that cognitive.
Love that. Social skills, key, very much so. So you mentioned the curriculum, and I know that the curriculum is really unique and you have some characters that go along with it. And I think our parents would love to hear more about that. By the way, if you are listening in, please do feel free to ask questions in the chat, and we will make sure that Monica or another person on staff there is able to get back to you right away. But Monica, tell us more about the curriculum.
Yeah, so one of the other unique things that I think you learned about and makes me smile is our beloved characters. So part of our proprietary curriculum, all-inclusive programs, we have characters that are connected to all of our programs. And what our characters do is they actually act as coaches to teach children life skills. They help teach our children the importance of being unique and having different talents. Our characters really help make learning fun. Children relate to characters in so many different ways, so it allows them to feel comfortable in their learning. And our characters really, really go beyond by really emphasizing how it is to foster empathy, diversity, and really acceptance of everybody, because children come into our centers maybe not ever being around other children, or they come in and they're very nervous about what the environment is like. And so our characters make them feel more comfortable and just really create a happy sense of learning. Specifically, our mascot, Bubbles. Bubbles takes our little learners on an adventure every day of learning and happiness. And he really does allow for children to relate themselves with him and all of his friends.
That's so great. I love how this whole child idea, not just learning in their mind, but social, emotional, all the parts of it. That's so great.
Yeah.
So I know also that the learning experience is really involved and active in the community, particularly with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And you guys have recently won an award for that involvement. So I would love for our audience to hear more about that.
Yeah, sure, Vanessa. So part of our curriculum includes lessons in philanthropy. And philanthropy for little learners in the ages that we offer is really important to instill kindness and sharing and giving to others. And so during our curriculum for the month of April, we partnered as a company and as a center with the Make-A-Wish Foundation through our Let's Grant Wishes campaign. And our children were part of raising money for children with critical illnesses. And while doing that, we implemented activities along teaching the children what kindness was about, how we can be kind to others, and what acts of kindness can we give to others in our community. And one of the members of the American Legion Auxiliary Program recognized our children on a news story, and she decided to nominate our children in our preschool programs for a Good Deed Award. And it's a national award that our children are receiving in regards to their kind acts through the Make-A-Wish Foundation fundraising. And so they'll be out here to present the award to our children. And what I find is important about that is we're acting as role models. We're teaching our children about philanthropy in our programs. And now, full circle, the acts of kindness that our children did for others is coming around, and they're being recognized for that. And that's just going to allow them to instill those lessons we taught them and carry them through their next phase of development, offering them leadership skills, collaboration skills, working together as a team, and just the feeling of making someone else's day and making a difference in the lives of others. Our motto is, it doesn't matter how big or small you are, it matters the size of heart that you have.
I just love that so much. Like the idea that a child could grow up and never remember a time when they weren't serving others or caring for others. That's just really beautiful.
Absolutely.
Love it. So maybe what are some questions that you often get from parents that you think some of our audience might be interested in hearing more about? And if you are tuning in, please do feel free to ask questions in the chat, and we'll definitely get those answered for you. But maybe do you have any frequently asked questions or things like that?
Vanessa, we do. Coming out of post-pandemic, we are enrolling a lot of children in our centers that have never been around other children or have never been in a learning program. And so what we do is the questions I get are really around positive guidance. How are we going to guide their children in their interactions and their behaviors while they're here at our center? And so what I really share with our families is the philosophy we have here at the Learning Experience is to really help reinforce good behaviors with clear expectations and boundaries that allow our children to keep their self-esteem intact, but also help them learn how to navigate on their own with independence and confidence, and really help them know what they're capable of doing, not what we don't want them to do. And it's really important for families to hear that from us during our time with them when they're looking at our centers. The other question I get is, will you be able to help my child with potty training? That's one that's a big deal right now. And I always reassure families, don't worry, we have the skills here in my center and all of our programs that's going to allow to support your children when they're ready to learn that skill. Another question I get is my child going to be able to make friends and feel safe while they're here? And what I remind them is, not only do our characters help our families and our children feel welcomed and happy, but it's our environment, our safety protocols, our way that we implement our all-inclusive programs. And so what it really does is it reassures families, your child is going to be okay here. We're going to help your child through those struggles of separation anxiety, and our families are well received when they see the acts of our teachers doing it in the moment. Our teachers really are able to share with our families how they're going to help support their child and get them to become comfortable in our environments.
So good. Well, I know that parents really appreciate that. As someone who had a child with severe separation anxiety, I just want to encourage everyone that he's 14 now and he's fine.
That's great.
But I know also for parents who maybe don't necessarily need childcare right at this moment, there's a YouTube channel that you guys have, and I'll make sure to link that. But tell us a little bit about the YouTube channel so we can all experience the joy of the characters.
Yes. So our Bubbles and Friends YouTube channel is all about providing children with lessons and stories along things that they can do at home. So if it's teaching them how to make tie-dye t-shirts, but also it might be teaching them about how it is to be kind, what it's like to share, how it is to get along with others, or maybe it's something about a sad an event that maybe a child experiences. So Bubbles and Friends has many series of stories that you can go on and learn about at home. And I call it the extension of our programs here at our centers. It's just an extension to take at home. And I really encourage all children of all ages in New Mexico to get on there and look at Bubbles and Friends. I had the pleasure of meeting Braden, who's part of Bubbles and Friends, and he's absolutely amazing. But of course, Bubbles is our biggest, our favorite character, and I'm sure all of the little learners will enjoy watching Bubbles and Friends.
I love it. I love it. So, if a family is interested in enrolling their child or maybe wants to learn more, what are some next steps for them?
Yeah, so we have the two centers that have available enrollment now. So hurry on in, book your tour. But how to do that is you're going to go online to the learningexperience.com, and you can book your tour or you can schedule a call. We would call you back at any time to share with you about our programs over the phone in hopes that you would come in and see our centers. We allow for tours to happen throughout our day, Monday through Friday. When you come in for your tour, we'll share with you all about the curriculum. And then what we do is we make the enrollment process very easy. One, we mentioned that we're a year-round facility, so you can come in at any time and enroll. But what you do is we do everything electronically. So if you decide to join our family, we would send you all of the information online. You can complete that information. You'll be registered with us in a heartbeat, and we would set a start date with you, and your child can join us at any time during the year. And they would be provided the curriculum based on their age level, as well as meeting those milestones for that age group.
So easy. That's great.
Very easy. And we're
All right.
taking open enrollment right now, so come on in.
Awesome. Good to know. Okay. So, parents, if you're interested, I will have all that information in the caption for this video. And also, again, if there's just other burning questions you have, you can type them in the comments below, and we'll definitely, someone will definitely get back to you. But, Monica, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. And it was great getting to talk to you.
Well, Vanessa, it was a pleasure sharing all about the learning experience with you. And I really appreciate your time. And I hope that people can definitely join in and ask any questions. We'd love to answer those. But if you ever want to just come see one of our beautiful facilities, feel free to come on in.
Awesome. Thanks, Monica. Have a
Thank
good one.
you. You too.
Bye.